You can love dudes and not act like a broad, right?
Because he really wears dresses.
Hey, man, I get it. You can love dudes, but you ain't a broad. You're a girl. You're a man.
I just want to know who told EJ he was putting that shit on. Dressed to the nines, he said. Now, I give credit where credit is due, but baby, let's be honest. Where's the fashion icon? Before you start trying to compare yourself and throw shade, let's have the credentials to back it up, babe.
Wendy Williams reportedly came out of retirement to comment on E.J. Johnson, and as always, her presence immediately grabbed attention. E.J. has recently been speaking very boldly, claiming he looks better than most women in the room, and even suggesting that he competes with straight women when it comes to attracting men. These remarks quickly sparked backlash online, with reactions coming from influencers and viewers alike, while EJ appeared to stand firmly by his statements. The situation has created a wave of debate, with many questioning his approach and public image, while Wendy's response added even more fuel to the discussion, as she made it clear she wasn't entertaining what she called unnecessary drama.
Talk about the Bergen, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is a 35 centimeter. This is a 35 centimeter, and 35 centimeters are for going to your daytime things, to your fashion show during the day, or to your lunch during the day, or to a breakfast during the day, or running your errands during the day. But anyway, it's during the day. Please don't bring your large format bag on a red carpet at night or during your dinner. You must go home and change and find a smaller format bag. Get into your 25 centimeter purse, or your mini Kelly is also an option. Something tiny. This does not go to dinner. She's not going to dinner.
The discussion around E.J. Johnson has become more intense as he openly talks about embracing his feminine energy and fully accepting his identity in his own way. He has even asked his parents, Magic Johnson and Cookie Johnson, to stop using terms like he, him, or even son, explaining that he now prefers she/they pronouns and feels that his past identity no longer represents who he is today. However, at the same time, EJ has made it clear that he does not consider himself part of the trans community and is not transitioning, which has led confusion and debate among viewers. His statements about identity, gender expression, and how he presents himself publicly have sparked mixed reactions, with some people supporting his self-expression, while others question the contradictions in his position.
Say, call me EJ as much as possible. Okay. You know, it's like pronouns I don't really like he, but like I've also trained myself not to get upset when other people use it, which I think is very important. Because you're giving your power away when you lose it. You know, you give words too much of personal power. They is fine, whatever. She is cool. Like, I'm really not a stickler about it.
E.J. Johnson has expressed that he prefers to be addressed with she/they pronouns and wants others to respect his chosen identity. However, this has also led to public debate, especially when his comments about women and relationships are brought into discussion. He has stated that he does not date gay or trans men, and instead prefers men with strong masculine or traditionally masculine energy, or those he identifies as straight. These remarks have sparked mixed reactions online, with some supporting his right to express himself freely, while others question consistency in his views and public statements.
And I don't attract gay men, and I'm not attracted to gay men. Like, it's just not a thing.
From an outside perspective, it seems like EJ's statements have led some people to question whether he fully understands the difference between a gay man and a straight man. His comments have sparked discussion and speculation online, with some viewers even suggesting that the influences around him, such as media personalities like Carlos King, may play a role in how he expresses himself. EJ has also confidently claimed that he believes he stands out more than any woman in the room, a remark that has further fueled debate and mixed reactions from the public about his perspective and public image.
Especially if I look cuter than any girl does. Like, what's the problem? Like, what's the issue? And that's exactly how I apply it to myself these days in the way that I present, like in my feminine regalia. I've always been a feminine being, and like, that's just like how I best express myself. But I'm like, listen, I'm out all the time, and like, I'm killing a dress and no one else is. Like, the girls in the room are not doing it. Like, they don't look cute. They're not dressed to any nines. So,
Many people wouldn't have an issue if E.J. Johnson simply praised his own style or fashion sense, but his comments have led to criticism when he appears to compare himself with or put down other women while expressing his femininity. Some viewers feel that he wants recognition in the fashion and entertainment space, enjoying the glamour and attention that comes with it, but at the same time makes statements that come across as competitive toward women. Critics also argue that EJ presents a very polished, designer-focused version of femininity, which they feel doesn't reflect the real-life challenges and societal pressures that many women face. Because he comes from a privileged background as the son of Magic Johnson, some people believe he experiences femininity more as a form of self-expression and style rather than lived experience. However, others see his approach simply as personal expression in fashion and identity, even if it remains controversial and widely debated online.
EJ Johnson said he is the baddest in the room. He's better than any other female in the room. Well, yes. If the room is empty, listen, EJ, I don't understand why the LGBTQ community is always trying to be in competition with women. Women is not in competition with us, especially if you up there trying to be a woman. You in woman's clothes, you in a dress, and that's cool. Express yourself how you want to, but why are you trying to bring down the next bit? You better than them. Anybody with two sets of eyes know that's not true. I don't know what land of delusion you reside in, but you best check the mailbox. The brochure said false advertisement. That is not true. That is incorrect. Okay.
Despite the backlash, EJ Johnson has continued to stand by his statements, saying that he is not focused on seeking acceptance or being part of any particular community. He has made it clear that he prefers to express himself on his own terms, regardless of public opinion. However, critics argue that his visibility is largely connected to his background as the son of Magic Johnson, suggesting that his platform and recognition may not exist in the same way without that family name. Some also question whether he has achieved significant independent accomplishments outside of his public image and media presence. Public reactions remain divided, with some people supporting his confidence and individuality, while others believe his statements and behavior are unnecessarily controversial. Discussions online continue about how his comments are interpreted, especially when it comes to his interactions and comparisons involving other women and personal relationships within his family.
Is he sexy?
Yes, he's fine.
He's a loser.
You don't like him, EJ?
Okay.
I met Anthony over the summer when I was vacationing in the south of France. We flirted, made plans to hook up, and after that, I've noticed that he was talking a lot with Lisa in the corner, and then the man who led me on is now hooking up with my sister, and I'm supposed to be okay.
There's been ongoing debate online about EJ Johnson's public statements and relationships, with different people offering very different interpretations. Some viewers reference entertainment industry experiences, including comments often associated with figures like Wendy Williams, to discuss how public relationships and personal identities are perceived in media. At the same time, discussions around masculinity, dating preferences, and identity expression often become highly polarized online, especially when linked to broader conversations about gender and sexuality. Some critics argue that public figures should be more mindful how their statements are interpreted, while supporters emphasize personal freedom of expression and identity without judgment. Overall, the conversation reflects a larger cultural divide, where topics like identity, relationships, and public image are frequently debated and often misunderstood depending on perspective.